Hey guys, what's happening? It's Trace Face, coming at you on a Tuesday night here. I have a few people I am working with this evening, and tomorrow evening, and Thursday evening, and it's really cool. I'm really excited about that. It's something very positive to look forward to. Uh, Not too long ago, I saw this video about somebody talking about how you shouldn't be talking to people who claim to be a life coach or people who claim to help others on narcissism because they don't have credentials. Okay, first and foremost, that is totally not true. I can seriously sit here and attest to having gotten received the help I needed from people that were not credentialed, from people that have actually been through this and knew what they were talking about. And those are the people that I worked with that helped me more than any credentialed counselor I could have ever gone to. So if you ever come across this information online, please do not believe it. If there's somebody that you're following on YouTube that is truly helping you, and they are offering services, my advice to you guys, go to them, get help with them, talk to them, pay them for their time, because I am telling you, as God is my witness, those are the people that actually helped me to get out and to see clearly when there are people that are being toxic and abusive, and what that behavior looks like. And what I just want to say, I've said it before in my older videos, is that some of these people that are credentialed, if they have not gone through an abusive relationship that is comparable to a narcissistically abusive relationship, narcissistic abuse, I'm sorry, but they're not going to be able to give you the information that you need. And I know that from experience. I know that from going through it myself. I went through a licensed clinical social worker, a Christian counselor, a pastor, a priest, somebody that had their PhD in psychology. No, they didn't help at all. In fact, the narcissist in these, and a holistic counselor, that was another one I had gone to. And with the narcs I had been with in my past, they were not recognizing that they were a narcissist and that they were seriously dangerous. I have to say the one that came closest to it was the holistic counselor who had told me with my ex-boyfriend. She said after he left the first session, she said, "Tracy, there's nothing there." And I was looking at her like, "What do you mean by that?" She said, there's nothing there. There's no emotions. There's nothing there. And when you do your own research, you realize that that's dealing with a sociopath. And he was. I have jinxed myself now several times, talking about people I thought, keyword thought, were good people. But what I will say, and the one thing I want to share with all of you, when you've been through enough and you've been through enough experience, what's going to happen is you're going to recognize red flags and signs very early on, a lot quicker than you ever were able to do in previous years and previous relationships. You're going to be able to see that somebody's not playing with a full deck. Somebody has issues they have not resolved themselves, has never probably received counseling or therapy for, and needs to. And it's not your problem. And you're not going to want to deal with it. You're not going to take that on, and you are going to recognize it very early on, whereas like years ago, you probably wouldn't have been able to. So I want to give you guys that much of an update with me. Okay? And some of these people that go above and beyond for you in the very beginning and make it seem like they are God's gift that has just come forward and been everything you could ever ask for. Somebody wrote in one of my comments, "Be careful of these people," because that's how my ex-narc was. Well, my ex-narcs weren't this giving in the beginning. But now I see that everything comes with a price, a cost. Nothing is for free, and you will have to deal with that in other ways. And I sure as heck at this point in my life am not going to deal with jealousy, controlling behavior, combative behavior, and anything at all that represents toxicity and narcissism. Not going through it. Sorry. Figure it out yourself. Stop playing the blame game. Stop blame shifting and projecting your behaviors onto everybody else. It's never your fault. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. It ain't going to happen on my time, buddies. Anyway, tonight I wanted to talk about how, and I had made this topic over the weekend, how the narcissist is never going to be accountable and always going to avoid accountability. Always. Okay? The minute you try and make the narcissist accountable or toxic individual accountable for their behavior, they're gone. They're done. They want nothing to do with that. Okay? So let's say that you discovered that they were spending money that you didn't know about. They had a separate bank account and money you didn't even know about in your relationship or your marriage was being spent. And you said to them, okay, enough is enough. Delete, get rid of that account. And we need to be able to see each other's bank accounts at all times at this point. And they give you every single excuse in the book as to why they can't do that. Yes, it's because they are avoiding being accountable. They are not going to be accountable for anything or to anyone. That's why they make terrible partners, because they avoid accountability. If you caught your partner cheating on you and you said, okay, that's it, we're going to share passwords across the board. They're not going to give you their passwords. They're going to come up with every excuse. And even if they did give you the passwords, they're going to have separate accounts. Narcissists do things like they pretend that, you're their partner on Facebook, but on Instagram, they don't have a single picture of you up. And Instagram is where they're doing all their cheating. This is the kind of stuff they do. Be very careful and aware of this. Or like we were talking about before, they're going to have separate accounts that you don't know about. They're on dating sites. They're doing all kinds of shady, terrible things. And these are the kinds of things that destroy other people's lives. They destroy good people's lives. They don't care. They're not going to be accountable for it. This is your fault. You're being controlling by asking for passwords. Also, be very aware. If you do give your narcissist your passwords to your accounts, because you want to try to have this equal thing going on, they're going to come up with all kinds of crazy things that they're going to make up in their head. Why is this guy messaging you? What happened with you and him before I knew about? How did I not know about this guy? Who is this guy? You obviously had relations with them. They're going to do these kinds of things. They're going to make off that you're acting exactly the way they're acting because this is what they do. All right? They're going to blame shift. They're going to project. They are going to gaslight you. They're going to make you think that you're doing things that they're doing. They're going to deny their behaviors when you do catch them in the act. First and foremost, they're not going to be... Listen, if they've been talking to other people without your knowledge and you have no idea, and now all of a sudden you're asking for their passwords, they're not going to give you their passwords. They're out of there. They're so petrified. Somebody's going to come forward and say, hey, remember the time you said you wanted to go to the hotel and meet up and blah? They are so petrified that they're going to get caught and called out for their disgusting, despicable behavior. So be prepared for that. And for all you toxic people and narcissistic people that know about my channel and have been watching my channel, and we know who you are, my fan base is going to know who you are, don't even bother with your crap. and you're sending me messages and you're pretending to be other people and you're stalking behaviors and you're BS. Okay? Don't even bother. We all have your number. I've established trust with my family and my friends. I've established trust with people here on my channel. So I'm a ram, don't forget. I'm the Aries. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. And don't forget it. And don't mess with my clients, and don't mess with any more people, you narcs, because we all have your number and we know how you operate. You're all the same. I am Trace Face, keeping it real. It's time we all face the truth together.